Omnimon. For this Digimon in particular, a simple Digimon thought isn't going to do this Digimon justice. Agumon, in a way, yes, you could, although I'm starting to rethink that. But I have some plans, or at least thinking of some plans. But Omnimon is a different sort. As kids, we grew up seeing Garurumon, War Greymon. They were the big bad Digimon. They were the saviors. And in the Japanese version, they're like the two witnesses, the heroes. They were like destined by God, because they came about because of angels. And to see Omnimon be a fusion of those two, the White Knight, a savior. In the Japanese, they were teased about this guy early on, but I don't remember, it's been so long. I think maybe Omnimon was teased, I'm not sure, but when he made his appearance in the Digimon the movie, it was spectacular. Great soundtrack. He just looked awing and impressive. And since then he's been in a ton of different things. And he's also the Kickstarter of the Royal Knights. He's the first of the Royal Knights, a group of powerful Digimon, which we've been talking about. Now, you think I would save this guy for last, given he is in Japan he's known as the Omega, which in some ways is fitting for him. He is the end of evil. He is we have these built up a work of, you saw these two megas and they finally become together. He is the White Knight to end all knights he's the ultimate force against good. Though that has slightly changed, admittedly. But regardless, Omegamon is a fitting name for him, and Omnimon as well. Now, of course, Omnimon has had a major influence. He's been in a number of video games, anime. His presence has definitely been felt. And honestly, he's probably the second main mascot to Digimon. Agumon's first, Omnimon's second. That's kind of how big his presence is. When you think of Digimon, you think of Agumon, you think of Omnimon. Now looking at his design. Omnimon is very striking. It's very simple. It has the Garuru cannon, the Greymon sword. It is very basic, and it looks immensely powerful. It was definitely one of my favorite Digimon. Now, it doesn't have elements of being a dragon and a wolf, but it's the matter of being a White Knight. And I think in some ways it evokes that angelic feel. It's like you have a body of an angel and an angelic knight, and then you have his trusty weapons. Now, obviously, Omnimon has been around for a while, and I feel like as though his importance has lessened. Like, whenever you see him, he's not as amazing as should be. His next appearance was going to be in the second Digimon movie, in which he got beaten by Armageddonmon. So we started seeing that while he is powerful, he does have his limitations. And he's a lot of mega level Digimon, especially the Star Digimon, or the protagonist Digimon, emulate this knight look. Now, maybe you could argue that it's more of an homage to War Greymon, but given the similarities, the mouth and the knightish body, you would say so. I don't hate Omnimon, but it's definitely sickening. Despite this Digimon having its origins with being fire-based, Fenrir Lugumon was definite departure from the normal system, being a Digimon that was wolf-based and he was on four legs. He was a drastic difference from other Digimon. No, he wasn't an anime, but Seekers along with Liberator are kind of some of the bigger core Digimon. They're kind of the big line. They could sell products. They had a big influence in the card game. Blast Ace introduced Fenrir Lugumon. The new starter decks introduced Zephagamon. So you kind of have to see that their importance. And even you could even argue maybe a little bit of Kazuichimon from Bosemon's emulation of him as well. In terms of design, giving a score rating, I would have to give him... He is an A tier. I don't think he's S tier. There are other Omnimon that are a little bit better within the family. Just my main concern is he's a bit overrated. We need a new champion to held on the edge. Not saying you don't have him around, but we need to see other knights. We need to see other designs. We need to see more like Frenelugamon rather than something like Omnimon. In terms of mascot, I definitely think he's a lot more impressive than Pikachu and somewhat subsequently Charizard. But he's not. I don't know. He's definitely kind of been annoying. He's appeared in the card games in times that I felt like, why is he here? I don't know. And he's in a lot of different decks, so he kind of overstays the welcome. Yes, I understand he's important because the Digimon movie was so influential. Man, I'm not gonna lie, that was like the epitome of Digimon movies: Diaboromon versus Omnimon. That was the GOAT, and I won't deny it. Like I said, he's a good Digimon. He definitely feels like he should have been used less in, not overkill. He's the Omega. He's the end guy. And while he's not as powerful as other Royal Knights, there's a few other Royal Knights that are a lot stronger. What am I? He's definitely still one of the top. He's definitely within the top 5. And I still like him. I'm getting a little bit sick of him.